the banner that is currently sitting outside of Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
What would you do if your rival just won a major award? Congratulate them? Ignore it? Or post a cryptic message that sets the internet on fire? That's exactly what Angel Reese did when Caitlin Clark snagged Rookie of the Year. But why? Let's break down this wild WNBA drama. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
It's still a record for a rookie. This is currently sitting outside of the Indianapolis Gainbridge Fieldhouse. He was a #1 pick and won the Rookie of the Year by a landslide. She failed to convert it unanimously.
Wait a second, we need to start from the beginning of this competition in order to discuss it. Do you remember how tense those college football games were? Yes, that was merely the warm-up. The action is beginning to heat up now. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese didn't appear out of thin air. It has been quite a roller coaster for these two since they were in college. At LSU, Reese was destroying the opposition, while at Iowa, Clark was a dazzling sight. They were like two comets heading in opposite directions. When they did eventually collide, everyone anticipated a cataclysmic showdown. The most insane thing is, their styles are completely dissimilar. With an air of commanding presence, Reese presides over the paint like no other. Are you Clark? She has that elegant, making layups and threes like it's no big deal.
And just Breezy, were you present at all, and what was your reaction?
Bro, you just trying to stir stuff up. No comment.
To ask.
No comments. Just
After the first overall pick, Aaliyah Boston became the 2023 unanimous Rookie of the Year. It was time for Caitlin Clark to replicate the same history.
The spectators can't get enough of the intense rivalry that unfolds on the court. Do you recall the year of that NCAA final? Going head-to-head between Reese and Clark was like witnessing the birth of two superstars. There was an unprecedented level of intensity. As Clark dished out assists and sunk baskets from downtown, Reese was grabbing rebounds in every direction. Both the crowd and social media were enthralled. What about that game? It wasn't for fun. This whole rivalry began with it. However, things start to get intriguing at this point. In the clutch, both Reese and Clark performed at a high level. They were more than simply a game in those high-pressure collegiate contests. Clark would quickly respond to Reese's powerful paint move with a crucial three-pointer. It felt like being a spectator at a chess match, only with better shoes and more enthusiasm. Think about how intense it would be if you took all that college energy and turned it up to 11. That is exactly what is happening as Reese and Clark make the jump to the WNBA. Everything is on the line. The spotlight is on you. And the competition? It's more intense than before. These two are now playing for more than just school spirit. Neither of them is backing down from their fight for a spot in the major league.
To an opposing coach confronting some of your players after a game.
I wasn't there, but that was a week ago. Like, don't have any comment.
Angel Reese dropped cryptic message after stealing Caitlin Clark unanimously Rookie of the Year award. Now, by stealing, they mean they took that vote and she got that vote. And yes, she did steal.
Think the rivalry was intensy when you were in college? Do not rush anything. Reese and Clark are prepared to fire up the wnba, which is an entirely different ballgame. Two players here have the ability to alter the league as a whole. They have such different styles. That is altering the game in a way that is entertaining to watch as well. When Reese is on the track, opponents are scared to drive in the lane because of his commanding presence. Clark's court vision and long-range precision make defenses nervous. When you match them up, the result is some of the most riveting basketball we've witnessed in a long time. The league has only served to inflame an already heated rivalry, which the fans are thoroughly enjoying. Triumph for Clark as Rookie of the Year? It's making waves in the industry. The true issue, though, is this. Is the WNBA fan base coming together over this honor, or is it causing rift? Here we will dissect it. The debut season that Caitlin Clark had was absolutely remarkable. The statistics here will be mind-boggling. In a game-changing performance, she scored 17 points, passed out 6 assists, grabbed 3 boards, and stole 2 steals. This is truly groundbreaking stuff. It's not only good, but guess what's even more outlandish? The finest was reserved for last by Clark. Imagine this, fourth quarter, playing against a quality WNBA club, and the game is on the line. When her squad needed a boost, Clark stepped up and scored 10 points. Clutch performances like those are what set the great apart from the good. Sure, but where does that leave Angel Reese? You may be asking, and it's a good question to ask. Also, Reese posted some very insane stats. Some of her admirers even claim she was a victim of a heist. They claim that she was just as deserving of the Roddy Award as Clark was by referencing her own great statistics. However, things start to get intriguing at this point. This goes beyond a simple comparison of stats. Which WNBA rookie was named Rookie of the Year? It's significant. More than simply a flashy piece of hardware is at stake here. A player's entire career trajectory can be influenced by this pride. Reflect about it. Being named Roti brings attention to you. All of a sudden, you're no longer considered a rookie. Your future with the league is bright. The world is waiting for you to do something extraordinary. Both the pressure and the opportunities are present. With the ROT title comes sponsorships, media recognition, and fan adulation. That is precisely why the rivalry between Clark and Reese is becoming increasingly intense. Nowadays, it's about more than just pride. Who will represent the WNBA in the future is the primary question. Reese refuses to back down, even if Clark has won the award. On the contrary, this is pushing her to show everyone that they're mistaken. What is really out there? Already, some are drawing parallels to long-gone basketball rivalry. The degree of excitement is comparable to that of Bird versus Magic. In the years to come, two rising superstars will go head-to-head due to their immense talent and very unique style. And period in sports can be defined by this type of rivalry. But hear me out. This rivalry serves a greater purpose than simply benefiting Clark and Reese. For the whole WNBA, it may be a game changer. Reflect about it. So what happens when two superstars are in a perpetual state of competition? A whole new level of play is unlocked. As a result, the other players have to improve their game as well. What about the audience? They gobble it up. The rivalry between Clark and Reese is never a game. It is a happening. Many others are tuning in to witness this matchup since they have never watched a WNBA game before. With more people paying attention to the league, ticket sales will soar and goods will be selling like hotcakes. The WNBA can reach new heights with this kind of focus. You would think the league would suffer from all this controversy. That is incorrect. Thanks to more than simply Clark and Reese, the WNBA is currently experiencing explosive growth. Think about it. Sold out arenas, skyrocketing TV rating. The worst part is that this might be merely a dress rehearsal. Never before has the WNBA enjoyed such unprecedented levels of viewership. People are going to extreme lengths to cheer for their favorite teams at these games. It's not a one-off game anymore. Sold-out audiences are the new normal. So what about television viewership? They are soaring. Lots of people who have never watched a Women's National Basketball Association game are tuning in, and they're really enjoying it. However, why is this time necessary? How has it evolved? The heat isn't just coming from Clark and Reese either. This has been a long-awaited occasion for the league. Everything is coming together like a perfect storm of great thanks to all the hard work and the amazing athletes who are pushing the limits of the sport. Reflect about it. Here you may see the epitome of top women's basketball played by seasoned pros who have spent years perfecting their craft. And then there are these rookies who are shaking things up. Seeing the best of basketball's history, present, and future in action is like looking at a time machine. I don't see how you could be uninterested in it. And for a second, let's focus on those newbies. Clark and Reese are revolutionary, not merely good. Amazing things happen whenever they play on the court. In anticipation of their next move, fans are purchasing tickets. This is the type of superstar power that can revolutionize an entire league. The competition between Reese and Clark, though, is the most outrageous part. Some think it will be even more significant than Bird versus Magic. Yes, that's correct. This rivalry has the potential to define a whole basketball era. Matchups between them are always more than a game, they're spectacles. That much is known by the league. Cheryl Reeve, a highly esteemed figure in women's basketball, said it admirably. League members have been preparing for this moment for some time, and now it has arrived, she declared. You must now make the most of this opportunity. It's occurring precisely like that. The WNBA is making the most of the attention around Clark and Reese by showcasing their league's many offerings. However, star power alone is insufficient. Play in the WNBA as a whole is at an all-time high. You can see some of the best, most thrilling basketball any place right now. It's lightning quick, physically demanding, and remarkably accomplished. The audience is taking notice and thinking, hey, this isn't just good basketball, this is great basketball, period. Plus, what's even more absurd, perhaps this is only the start. More top-tier players are interested in playing for the WNBA. A lot of little girls see Clark and Reese on TV and want to be just like them. It is possible that women's basketball is entering a golden age. Thus, it's possible that there will be drama. Perhaps some rivalry exists among the league's up-and-coming players. However, the WNBA is actually benefiting from that.